But I've been asking folks if there's anything they've started doing recently that's been like a win for them. Like it could be something super small, it could be something big. Like, is there anything that you've changed that's worked well for you, or anything you've tried?
Um, I think until I got into management, it was really hard to view the guests when they would complain or be angry or yell at me, whether the food was cooked wrong or something didn't come out or they waited too long or something like that. I would go on the defense
Mm-hmm.
where like I'd kind of want to attack them back because it's like,
Yeah.
well, why are you yelling at me? I'm still a human being. Like let me give it back to you. And until I got into management and just realized that the customer just wants to be heard and validated, and then, given what they expected in the first place, it's just made it a lot easier for me to say, I'm so sorry that that happened. I apologize that you're unhappy with X, Y, and Z. How can I make this right for you?
Mm-hmm.
Because yes, there are certain customers that you really don't care if they come back or not, but overall, word of mouth goes a long way. So
Right.
even if that customer doesn't come back, they're still going to tell their friends. And even if their friends haven't been there, their friends might just write us off completely just because, that person had that negative experience. So I've really tried in the past couple of years to try and change my engagement with customers and customer problems, to one where what can I do to resolve this to make you happy? Because if you're happy, then I'm happy.
Right.
Instead of just like, you're going to yell at me, so I'm going to yell at you because you're not
Yeah.
treating me like a human. But I had a situation one time where a customer, kind of got like yelled at my hostess, my 17-year-old hostess, and kept yelling at her and then yelled at me. And, um, I started feeling that like my blood boiling and I wanted to go on the attack. And I was like, you know what? Don't just kill him
Mm-hmm.
with kindness. He just wants to be heard, validate his issue, and try and resolve it. And at the end, the customer not only apologized to me, but he went up and apologized to my 17-year-old hostess and
That's
said, I
great.
shouldn't have behaved that way. So sometimes you can have that situation turn around so much where you're shocked because this
Mm-hmm.
person was so mad in the beginning that all it took was just me being nice and killing them with kindness for them to realize that they were kind of out of bounds too. And then
Yeah.
he came back and decided to treat us like we were human beings with feelings because we are.
That's nice.
So I think that's a hard lesson for a lot of people in the service industry to learn,
Mm-hmm.
and it's harder to implement it all the time
Totally.
because I think customers don't realize how much the staff, you know, gets kind of attacked, whether it's from higher ups, upper management, whether it's the kitchen, the line cooks, going back and forth with the cooks if something's wrong, and then the customers on top of it, or even staff individually. I mean, we're a work family. We all get on each other's nerves sometimes. So there's just
Right.
a lot of emotions
Mm-hmm.
always from start to shift to end of shift. And it's a
And like
lot to gauge.
whatever happens before the shift too. You know,
Yeah, or whatever
you
you got
know,
going on at
your
home.
dog
So
died
yeah,
today,
yeah.
you know.
So, being behind the bar, especially when you're just on the spotlight all the time,
Right.
and you have to be engaging and smiling and make people feel comfortable and not like they're a burden to you. I think
Right.
that's a really hard concept to grasp and implement. And I've been in the service industry for 21 years. So just kind of shifting that mindset as I got into management has been kind of a really big game changer.
How did like the shift like happen? Was it oh, like I'm management now, so now I'm thinking about them coming back more, and like I need to think about like,
Yeah, because I'm more of the face of the restaurant now, and it's also watching like my general manager and how she interacts. And
Hmm.
um she leads by example, so it's like I want to lead by example too, and then
Right.
your staff will do what you do. So
Hmm.
it's a trickle down effect. So when
Yeah.
I see my bosses and my higher ups acting that way, I want to be like that. I want to implement that so
Right.
that it continues down the line.
And like when these situations, I was a bartender for only like 6 or 7 years, nothing like what what you have under your belt, but it's just like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, the best case scenario for me, I realized after going through several of these situations was like I don't like me yelling back is not going to like make this end as soon as possible. Like,
Right.
and that should be the goal, right? It's like
Yep.
I just want to get this done because I've got like 12 other people at the bar. Okay, it's free. Take it. I'm really sorry. Let me know what I can do next time. We'll give you another free drink next time. Like I'm gonna go over here now. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a like
Absolutely.
it's like a quirk of human nature to need to feel like you're right in these situations. Whereas like
Absolutely.
that's so not important. Like we're trying to get
No.
through this without a punch being thrown. That's like,
Right. And then, it just makes you feel worse too. Because
hmm
when you fight fire with fire, you end up feeling defeated and deflated and just like both sides lost. So
yeah,
it's like if you can get a win by making the customer happy, even if you were pointed out that whatever you did was wrong or whatever it was wrong on our end, we fixed it and
hmm
they're happy and now I'm happy.